Hey everyone, it's Elizabeth Morosco with Kudos Magazine. If you thought that being in a pandemic was an excuse for not staying healthy or that there weren't fun things still going on, you're wrong, and I've got great news for you. Today I am with Andy from the Crim, who is going to be sharing some cool insight on what they have going on for 2020. So hey Andy, thanks for coming today and meeting with me.
Thanks, Liz. Thanks for having me. Really excited to be here and really excited about the first ever HAP virtual crim.
So tell me a little bit about that, a virtual, some people might not even know what the Crim is. So maybe you can explain what the Crim has been traditionally and what is it going to look like for 2020?
Of course, yeah. So the HAP Crim Festival of Races has been around since 1977, and Bobby Crim started it. He was the Speaker of the House and a local state representative here in the area, and he started this race originally to raise money for the Special Olympics, and it started with about 750 people and quickly grew through the 70s and 80s and 90s and has become Flint's really our best annual tradition, our biggest celebration of the year. And we draw in tens of thousands of people from around the state, around the country, and even around the world to celebrate. And yes, it's a race, and it's a 10-mile race. There's a 5 mile, a 5K, a 1 mile, and even a teddy bear trot race for little kids. And there are some people, there's a small percentage of people who are really wanting to win that, and that's great. But for the most part, what it has become is an event that inspires thousands and tens of thousands of people to get out and be active all year long, all summer long. And then we give them a wonderful celebration at the end of the summer. And so this is a wonderful tradition that's been happening for the last 43, 44 years here right in downtown Flint. And this is the first year, because of the coronavirus, our board and our staff decided that the best way to keep everybody healthy and safe was to not bring all those people, those 40,000 people who come to downtown Flint, together and in close quarters. And so what we have done is we've created the first ever HAP virtual crim. And so the way that works is that when you sign up for your race, whether it's a 10-mile, 5 mile, 5K, 1 mile, teddy bear trot, you can do your 10-mile route or whatever your event distance is anywhere in the world. And so whether you're in the next town over, or we have someone who's actually racing with us from Finland, and he's a Michigan native, but he lives in Finland now and wanted to do it. So he can, you can complete your course wherever you want, whatever route you want to pick, and then you can turn in your time and you will have done the HAP virtual crim. And we actually kind of have a good problem right now. We are exceeding our expectations in terms of the response and the excitement about this. And so we're actually running out of medals, but we still have hoodies available. Instead of the traditional race t-shirt that people normally get and expect from the Crim, we're actually enhancing the giveaway so that you have something a little extra special for you to commemorate this year. And so you're getting a great lightweight hoodie that you can wear pretty much all year long and really in any situation. It'll show off your accomplishment in doing the HAP virtual crim, and it's something that you can enjoy all year long.
I like that you guys are doing a different hoodie kind of shirt this year because it is different. And I think that sometimes different can be good. And especially if we acknowledge it's different, but here are the upsides to it, including, expanding over to our Michigander who's in Finland. That's pretty
That's
cool.
right. Yeah, it really is. And the board really debated whether it was even a good idea to have any kind of event this year. And what we really looked into and considered was what's at the core of our mission right now. And we've grown from being that race that supported the Special Olympics to an organization that still has a really strong relationship with the Special Olympics, but we also have developed our own year-round programming, and everything we do is focused on helping people be healthier and have a better quality of life all year long. And we do that through health and wellness, and we focus on things like nutrition. So we have nutrition experts who go into schools all throughout Flint and all throughout Genesee County, and provide classes and healthy recipes. We're also at places like the Flint Farmers Market and other locations, engaging with the public on nutrition. We also have year-round year-round sports activities and physical activities for youth and adults. And we have become the organization that runs and administers the Greater Flint Olympian Games and the Canusa Games. So if you've been around this area for a while and have been aware of those, we now are the kind of managers and administrators of that wonderful tradition. We also have been growing our focus on mindfulness, because we know that you can't have a truly healthy body if you don't have a healthy brain. Everything is so interconnected. And so we focus on mindfulness to help with stress reduction and just being present in the moment, and being kind of aware of your surroundings and how your body is feeling. And that has been very exciting to be able to connect with the community that way. And lastly, we have been tapped to really be the administrator of the Flint Community Education Initiative. And community education is something that was actually started in Flint in the 20s. And it is really the idea that a school can and should be a hub for the entire community, not just for the students and not just for that, standard school curriculum, but for resources all year long and throughout the week and days. So things like sports, and whatever kind of, assistance, from whether it's different types of classes, or even like resources like basic needs resources that families and students might need, again, outside of the realm of the K-12 curriculum. We are the lead agency that then coordinates all those things for the Flint Community Schools and a number of the charter schools in the area as well. And so you can see that this thing that started as a race has really blossomed and grown over the last 40 years, but especially over the last 15 years is when we really started a lot of that programming. And so this year's HAP Virtual Crim is an opportunity not only to inspire people to be healthy and active, and especially through this really unique time and challenging time in our society and our history. But it's also an opportunity to support all those things that we do throughout our community to keep everyone happy, healthy, and vibrant all year long.
It's wonderful. One of the things that I think is key with Crim's effort is that you guys are going to where the people are at, whether it's where their level of fitness and health is at. You have options for that. And then even reaching into the schools to create opportunities for those children to start to create their own version of a healthy, happy lifestyle. But it does start with the mindset. And unfortunately, we've seen over the years, school budgets being cut, and often it does cut into the athletic programs that they do have available. So I believe personally, Crim has gone from, a race, a marathon, to almost a health initiative at a grassroots level. And I love the Crim. I think that you guys make a voice in the community heard, that healthy, happy living is possible no matter where you're at, whether you're in the country or the suburbs or the north end, or you're 5 or you're 95. And I agree with kudos to the Crim for making that happen, and for individuals like yourself and the people that are on your team that decided we're going to do this virtual. Because right now I think that people do need to be in touch with tools for mindful living, and then including like the nutrition and overall wellness for your body, but they all sync together. And it sounds like you guys are creating programs that, focus on all that and creating opportunity for people. I love it.
Well, thanks, Liz. You totally get it. You hit the nail on the head. I mean, we really believe so strongly that health and well-being is a fundamental right for all of us, regardless of our race, ethnicity, socioeconomic situation, or where we live. And so that is why we are taking these programs. We're not just saying, hey, come to us. We're taking our programs everywhere throughout the city, and it's with by participating in the races and our other events, you actually help us fund that so that we can help people who might not be able to otherwise afford to do these things or to take advantage of them. And so we keep our prices low. We keep or we make things free when possible. And so we do partner with a lot of granting organizations to make sure that we can reach as many people as possible. It's fun. I mean, and that's the thing about being healthy, is that when you're healthy, it is contagious, and you not only do you feel great, but you express that, and other people see it, and they kind of want to know what your secret is, and it shouldn't be a secret. You should be telling people, hey, it's because I'm eating well, or because I'm eating better, or maybe because I started walking or running. And I think that's the other thing that the Crim has, the message that we have is that you don't have to be one of those Kenyans who are running, at a 4-minute, 30-second pace or anything like that. You can, if you walk the Crim, if once you cross that start line and you cross that finish line, you finish just like everybody else, and you've made that accomplishment. And it is, whatever your pace is, whatever your ability is, that's your own championship, and it's your own success, and that needs to be celebrated. And that's what the Crim is about. That's what the virtual Crim is about. And so we want people to be able to enjoy that, even in a year where we can't come together in the thousands and tens of thousands. Maybe you can do it either whether you're by yourself or with a few friends. You can still have that sense of accomplishment, and that's what we're all about.
I love that. Now this year, what's the rollout date for Crim Virtual 2020? And
That's a great question.
How do people get to that online? I don't know if you have a website.
Sure. Yeah. So you can still register now at crimraces.org. And that's probably the easiest way to get to the registration. And we are rolling out and celebrating the HAP Virtual Crim in what we're calling the 10 days of Crim. So you don't have to do your event on a specific date. But from August 14th to the 23rd, you'll have an opportunity to complete your Crim distance. And what that does is it gives you an opportunity, especially if you're in the Flint area, to maybe do your race at a time when other people are not, and that's encouraging social distancing. That's really important. And again, we are really encouraging people to do theirs, whether it's in their own hometown or somewhere where it's hard to even say this out loud, but we're encouraging people to avoid the downtown area and avoid the traditional Crim Blue Line route, because we know that a lot of people probably will show up and do it, and we're really concerned about social distancing and safety in terms of minimizing any kind of contagious disease spread. But we also want everybody to know that because it's a virtual event, there's no traffic support, there's no water, there are no bathrooms, so it's not going to be the same as like a normal year. So really, when we say you make the virtual Crim your own, we mean that in every sense of that idea. And so it's doing it in a different place, whether it's out your front door or maybe at a park with some friends. That's the best way to do it. And so we're really excited to see all the different pictures and the different responses that we get from people, because I think
I was going to just ask, are people going to be able to post pictures, and where they might be able to find that? Are you going to have it on your Facebook page? Or
yeah, absolutely. There is there's going to be a couple of options. We have the opportunity to people will have the opportunity to post their pictures on the actual results page, and so those will be shared with everybody. But we do have a Facebook page as well. It's called Crim Races and Events. And we're over 15,000 strong right now in terms of followers and active users on that page. But we love to hear from people. We love to see pictures, and that's what we're encouraging people to submit and tag HAP Virtual Crim. So that would be what you want to use, whether it's posting it on your own or on like Instagram or something like that. HAP Virtual Crim would be the tag you want to use.
All right. So we will remember that
Yeah,
hashtag virtual crim. All
that's
right.
right.
So, and I love that you guys are encouraging people and explaining to them about, the blue line not being there this year. For those of you that aren't familiar with what is this blue line,
Oh yeah.
there's normally a blue line that's painted throughout that whole course of where they run. So you'll see it painted right over the bricks, and we'll miss that, but we'll still have that blue line in our hearts and minds. And I'm
That's right.
cheering you guys on, even in my virtual space from my computer. But
Thanks, Liz.
Andy, I really am grateful to hear organizations like yours are being proactive and still participating in healthy, happy living, even during, this global pandemic. So a big kudos to you and all
Thank
of
you.
the Crim crew. And I look forward to seeing some of the good stuff that comes out of this.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Thanks so much, Liz. And I want to send a huge kudos out to everybody who's out there staying active and staying healthy, despite all these crazy challenges. And we're all gonna get through this. We're gonna get through it together. And I think what this is doing is it's forcing us to be creative and kind of rethink how we do things. And I think it's going to open some doors to new opportunities once we can get back to a little bit more of a life as usual once we're through this.
and we will get through this. We will get
We will.
through this. And in the meantime, make it a great day, you guys. Take care.